Hey CrossFit Inguz, happy Tuesday. With a lot of upper body work yesterday, today's workout Flex Seal is going to focus on those muscle groups that we didn't use during Murph. It's going to be 16 rounds, starting with 20 seconds of deadlifts, followed by 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of AbMat sit-ups, and then 10 seconds of rest. So each round is going to be 1 minute. Because we're working for 20 seconds with built-in rest, we want to make sure that we're working the entire duration of that 20 seconds. Today's workout's going to be prescribed with a double dumbbell, but for modification purposes, if we're using a barbell, we want to load it with something relatively light. 135/95 might be prescribed at the gym. Or if we're working with a single dumbbell today, we're just simply going to alternate rounds, completing 20 seconds on one side with that dumbbell, and then completing 20 seconds on the other side the next time we get back to those deadlifts. For today's warm-up, we're going to complete 2 rounds of the following. 30 seconds of active Samson. Here we want to push those hips forward, getting a good stretch to those hip flexors, alternating legs. From there, we're going to complete 30 seconds of Pigeon pose. So you'll notice Andrew is starting with his left leg forward. He'll do 15 seconds on the left and then switch, completing 15 seconds on the right. Try and keep that shin nice and perpendicular to your chest and just get those hips as low as you can to the ground. From there, we'll complete 30 seconds of active Divebombers. Here we want to start in a plank position, bring our chest down to the ground into Cobra or Up Dog, and then push back into Downward Dog. From there, our final movement is 30 seconds of Romanian deadlifts. With a single dumbbell, we'll complete 15 seconds on one side, coming down to mid-shin, keeping that shin back nice and flat, and then switch, completing 15 seconds on that alternate arm. Our first of the 2 movements in Flex Seal is going to be that deadlift. Now we're prescribing it as a double dumbbell, so you'll notice Andrew's going to start there. Front heads only of the dumbbell are going to touch outside of the feet, so we may want our stance just a little bit more narrow. Back stays nice and flat, and here we're really working to press through the ground, stand up, open our hips up all of the way. We want to choose a weight here that we can work for the entire 20 seconds. For the single dumbbell deadlift, we're going to open up that stance up just a little. That dumbbell is going to touch with both heads in between the feet. And again, pressing to the floor, we're going to open up those hips and squeeze those glutes at the top. Now, for a single dumbbell deadlift, we're going to alternate rounds in terms of arms. So the first 20 seconds we'll do on the right side. And then when we come back to the deadlift in the next minute, we're going to complete 20 seconds on the left arm. If we're using a barbell today, we're going to load it with a light weight for a deadlift, perhaps 135/95 might be prescribed at the gym. Again, we want that narrow stance, back nice and flat, and we want to drive through the floor, opening our hips and squeezing our glutes at the top. Whatever weight we choose today should be a weight we can complete all 20 seconds unbroken of that deadlift. Our second movement today is going to be that AbMat sit-up. Now Andrew's going to show you one variation where we keep our feet together. Here, he's going to make sure to come up into an upright 90-degree position at the top, shoulder blades touch on the way back down. With our feet together, we're going to use more of those abdominal muscles, but if we want to work more of the hip flexors or we find we're fatiguing in the abdominal muscles, we can have those legs out nice and straight. There's not a right or wrong here, just a difference in variation in which muscles we're using to bring that chest up and forward, always making sure to sit up in that nice 90-degree angle.